We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go! 38!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Let's go! 38! 38!
And they'll run it here. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 14 yards. This is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Get down! 694!
From midfield, here's Carr. It's complete to Golden Tate. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Carr to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A Raider first down as Carr finds Cooper.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. From the gun, it's Carr. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Gerald McCoy coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Ready. Black, 22. Kill. Easy. Green, triple team. Where's up?
Here's Winston. Over the middle to Evans. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Working out of the gun, Winston. Over the middle, complete. It's Evans. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Ready. Blue 80. Let's go.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And a short gain here, down to the 22. Mario Edwards Jr. there to bring him down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready. Blue 80. Follow. Where's that? Hey, sub. Let's go. Where's that?
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Ready? Blue lady. Wait. Let me go.
Jameis to throw it. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now a handoff looking right. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the 2nd quarter. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up.
Let's keep bringing it. Stay in there. Ready? Blue lady. 4 down. Check. 4 down. Sonny. Let me go.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Tank Carradine coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. A first half update now from Philadelphia. And the Redskins there out to an early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. On is Chandler Catanzaro now for the Buccaneer field goal. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games. The
Raiders offense now, they trot back out and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. And they'll go with a ground attack here. There he goes inside the 30. And finally marked down at the 23. That good for 19 and a 1st down. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their 1st drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On 1st down, Carr. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 19 on the last play, 19 more here at another 1st down. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Mario Edwards coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Hey, sub. Let's go. Even.
From the gun, Winston. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down, makes it manageable now.
Ready. Black 22. Easy.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Give them a lot of credit. They ended up running the ball on a key 3rd down situation. They were staring 3 and out in the face and found a way to flip the script and keep the ball moving on offense.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Winston now to throw on 1st down. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Ready. Black 22.
2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout.
Let's go now.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Winston running the option left here. And Winston lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
7:34. Monday, down.
On play action. Now Carr. Over the middle, Cooper with it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Into the red zone. It's Carr. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Kyle Rudolph. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So out come the Bucs now. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Winston. And that is incomplete. The tight end Cameron Brate was the target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Winston. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up 3rd down. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Let's go. 4 down. Check. 4 down.
Winston now. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now here come the Raiders. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. Dancing to his left. And Winston lost the football. And the Raiders have recovered. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you slip out from your body, you squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
And they'll go on the ground. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Here we go. Now, 180.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Lavonte David in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Shotgun now for Carr. And he's going to go down again. Matt Ioannidis in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Even. Let's go.
They go play action here on first down. Pass incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Hey, ready. Blue lady. No, nickel. Nothing in there. Easy. Hey. White.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite an excellent display of footwork. In on the stop, it's Tahir Whitehead.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Second down, Winston. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
On third down, Winston. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. A 3-yard loss. Make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. In his own end zone, it's Carr. Flushed out right. And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Now Carr. And he can't get away. Carr is going to go down, and that is a safety. Back now in Tampa. It's the Raiders with a lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's something like that. There be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores. And they've really got to get some yards in chunks. And they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Now a first down carry by Jones. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Jameis on 2nd down. And a catch right side by Evans. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. The bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Winston to Godwin on the connection there for a Tampa Bay first. Jameis now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Winston. It's caught. Humphreys. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Again, it's Winston. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Winston of the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. In for the score. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Yo, Chief. Get set. 180. Deuce right. It's up. Hey, 7:34.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Rodney McLeod that time able to knock it away.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Carr to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at about the 14. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, but they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Ready. Blue ready.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Looking for Godwin, and he's got it complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Winston now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down.
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Let's go. Let's convert. Let's convert. Let's convert.
The give is to Jones. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Clock running. The Bucs try to go quickly and get set.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
59. Let's go. Let's go.
They'll go again to Jones. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
White.
Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let's go. It's time to play. Here we go. Hey.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the first.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
He'll look to throw. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he's got this down to the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Let's go. Let's convert. Let's convert. Let's convert. Hey, sub.
Back to throw. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead.
Sonic. 550. Hey, sub.
Now Jones. Oh, look at the juke. And Hill running right through it. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Hey. You got three. Three down. Follow.
They get it to him running left. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that. But also, you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure. One final try now for Carr. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the 4th quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for Tampa Bay, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first win of the season here in Week 4. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Oakland, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.